Welcome. I am Dr. Eurydice with Eurydice. I am the sole proprietor of a MBE WBE certified consulting firm, and I am a community educator. I am here to share information with you on how to do a grant application for a profit. And there are so many grants for businesses. It has not always been like that. I have been in business since December 2004. I'm going into the 18th year. And during that time, I wrote grants for nonprofits. Every now and then, I would see a grant for a business. And it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. But due to COVID, some good things have come out of COVID. There are so many grants for businesses. And what do I mean for businesses? If you are a sole proprietor, a solopreneur, LLC, a Inc., a domestic corporation, a S corp, or a C corp, if you are in business under any of those categories, you can apply for a grant. Years ago, grant writing was difficult. It was tedious. It required a lot of research, documentation. Grants used to be 40 pages or more. But now, grants are online and they could be anywhere from 1 to 14 pages, depending on the funder. And they are easy to complete. They have the format of an actual application. It's like filling out an application for a job. It is real simple. I have had students to take my grant writing class and they receive funding. So why not you? I have completed grants for my business and have received funding. So why not you? So what we're going to do now is go into the study. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, you have before you grant application workshop for the for profit. Now, this is only for you if you are a sole proprietor, domestic business, LLC, S Corp, C Corp, business. This workshop is for you. And you're seeking to get funding. This workshop is for you. So let's begin. This is my trademark. My mission is to help people by assisting emerging nonprofits at for profit to start up and be eligible to attain funding. My disclaimer is I am not an attorney or an accountant. Seek counsel where available. My credential, I have helped 30 plus years of experience in having assisted churches, school, agencies, and acquiring over 3 million in resource development funding. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, in 2016, I open up a business that reach out to for-profits. A little bit about myself. I am a, excuse me for my slide. I am a native of Chicago, East Garfield community, raised on the west side of Chicago. Graduated from Lucy Flower High School, attended several colleges, had a learning disability, but the Lord healed me. So I'm telling you, you can learn this. It is easy, it is simple. Now, I want to give you a quiz. You can use grant money for starting a business. True or false? You can use grant money to pay employees. True or false? You can use grant money to pay for a business license. True or false? I want you to use a sheet of paper, and after each one I read, I want you to do a T or a F. You can use grant money to pay certification fees. True or false? You can travel to another state with grant money. True or false? You can purchase airline ticket with grant money. True or false? You can renovate a building with grant money. True or false? You can use grant money to pay for insurance, business insurance. You can use grant money for advertising, marketing, technology. True or false? You can use grant money to purchase property. True or false? So let's look at each one and look at what you answer. Each and every one of those statements are true. There are grant money, excuse me, known as startup or seed money that you can submit a grant to receive money to start your business. Yes, grant money, when you write a grant, you have a budget. And depending on the grant, the funder lets you know right up front what the grant can be used for. They will let you know if it could be used for what is called operational costs, which means it covers the rent, utility, the phone, or salary only, or it. The funder will let you know what you could use the grant money for. So yes, you could use grant money to start a business, depending on the funding. Pay employees, that's yes. I had the opportunity to complete a grant and receive the grant money to pay for my City of Chicago business license. I didn't have to come out of pocket. So there's grant money to pay for your business license. Yes, you can use grant money for certification fees. I have the MBE WBE certification fee of $250 in the City of Chicago was paid for by a grant from a funder. Yes, you can use grant money to travel to another state if the funder said you can. See, that's the key. If the funder says that you can purchase airline tickets with grant money. Yes, if the funder states within the grant that you can renovate a building with grant money. Yes, you may have property in your business name and it needs to be renovated. Or you may want to purchase property, but in your business name. You can use grant money if the funder says so. That's the key. What do the funders tell you you could use the grant money for? All right. I had a grant, and that grant paid for my business insurance for a whole year. I did not have to come out of pocket for my business insurance. You can use grant money for advertising, marketing, and technology. Yes, you can. You can get grant money and you can purchase technology, computers, the PC, the laptop, printer. You know, you can set up campaign on social media. You can set up marketing. Yes, you can use grant money for advertising, marketing, technology, and for purchasing property. Let's talk about the origin of grants. Grants come about through taxes. There are different types of grants. There's general operation or operational cost grant, program, capital, seed, also known as startup. Now, the grants can come from the government, local, which is your city or township, county, state, federal. Grants can come from businesses. Grants can come from foundations and corporations. Now, let's compare yesteryear versus today. Back in the day, remember in the introduction, I said I wrote grant for 30 plus years. Grants was 40 pages or more. It took weeks and sometimes months to put a grant together. But today, grant writing has evolved. You can do grants application. Grants have an application format. Back in the day, grants were long narrative. But now they are in an application format where you fill in the blank. They might have a few questions for you to answer in an essay format. There, in some cases, you check in yes, no. In some cases, you're selecting a menu where, example, they want to know what was your revenue last year. Was it 0 to 5,000, or was it 10,000 to 25,000, and so on and so forth? And you just click on the answer. So grant writing has evolved. Anybody can submit a grant. If you could read, you could write, you could do a grant. What is a grant? Grant application versus other grant. Funding history. Grant application continue. Basic general information. Grant writing is very basic these days. Grant application can usually be between 1 to 4 pages. I have even completed grant that was 1 page that only took me 10 minutes to do. There's a lot of 1 page grants. And there I have did grants that had 2, 3, 4 pages. The most I have seen, the maximum has been 14. But on an average, a grant application will be 1 to 4 pages. You can complete it online. Usually take 10 to 20 minutes to complete. Um, the grant application and opportunity that is presented to businesses is pretty much what is called micro grant, or they may say small grants. These grants are fairly easy to get, and they range from $100 to 25,000. Now, someone might say, "Well, $100 that ain't no money." Well, don't look at that. Look at, if you get a funder to give you $100, they are a funder. You're looking at the name, and we'll talk more about that. All right, on the grant application, they ask for limited information, less documentation is required. Uh, some funders use short application to screen and later require additional information. All right, they might have a little form and you complete that and they see if you a match, and then you will be invited to complete a grant application. That's how some funders operate. Then you got some funders that have you take what is called an eligibility quiz. They have you answer questions, and then if you are a match, then they say you have successfully completed the eligibility quiz. Click on this link, and then the link leads you to the grant application. Or they might say you are not a match, and sometimes they give link to other funders, you know, or they say sorry. All right. Now, in order to receive a grant, there is eligibility requirement for profit. You must have a business structure. You must have a business structure. You must be legal. You must have paperwork that shows that you have a business, a bona fide, viable, active business. And you register that business with either the Secretary of State or the county clerk. It depends on the state that you're in. You need to check. First, you need to select a business structure. Are you going to be a sole proprietor, also known as a DBA, doing business as? If you select to be a sole proprietor, most of the time, it depends on the state, you would need to contact the county clerk and complete the paperwork and pay a small fee, which is usually $50. It depends on the state that you in, and then you will be issued document to verify that you are a sole proprietor, a DBA, doing business as. Now, if you decide to be a domestic corporation or a LLC, a S corp, a C corp, okay, you would need to register with the Secretary of State. They have an application for you to complete, and upon review of your application, if it meets the requirement, then you have a business structure and you're registered with Secretary of State. Now, As I said before, you need to check. You must be registered with the Department of Revenue of your state. All businesses and nonprofits are to be registered with the Department of Revenue. You must have an employer identification number to be considered for a grant. We talking about eligibility requirement. Okay. Eligibility requirement for grant application funders. Okay. Now, you got your business structure, you register. All right, there are more requirements. This is what the funders require. What we went over is what your city, your state, or your county require. Now, funders require that you have an email. Now, there's a section on the grant application where they ask for general information. They ask for you, the business owner. They ask for your information. Okay? But when you get to the part of the business, they want you to have a business email. They want you to have a website for your business, a social media presence for your business. They want to know if you are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay. They want to know if you have a website. Now, social media present, they want to know if you on YouTube. Now, some funders will ask for just 2 social media platforms that you are using, and it's usually Facebook and LinkedIn. Then you have those that ask for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. It depends on the funders. Bank account. There has been time that I had to turn people away because they did not have a business bank account. You cannot commingle funds. You have to keep your personal bank account and your business bank account separate. Because when it comes time for tax season, you are going to run into some trouble. They require the W-9 form. You could go to the IRS.gov, IRS.gov, and do a search and put in W-9. Print out the form, complete it, scan it, upload it. On the application, there will be an area for you to upload requested document. Video. They ask for some funders, not all. It's getting to be a trend where they want a 1 to 3 minute video. They will tell you the length of the video. There's been time where funders ask for 30 seconds, then 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It depends on the funder. All right. So we're going to move on. As I said before, there's a section where they ask for your personal information, applicant personal information, your name, your title. Are you the CEO? What is your title? The president? Who are you with the business? You got to show business ownership. Your telephone number, your email, your address, your city, state, zip code. Your business general information. Your business name, your business address, city, state, and zip code. Business website, social media presence. They will ask, how long have you been established? By either asking you to give the date, the month, the day, and the year. Okay. Social media presence, I covered that. How long have you been established? In other words, they would like, have you been in business less than a year, or 1 to 5 years, or 10 or more? And you make a selection. It's like a menu. They ask what industry or service or activity you provided. What industry? Are you in childcare? Are you in transportation? Are you in healthcare? Are you in beauty, the beauty industry, professional services? What industry are you in? Then on this application, now I told you we would talk about that a little later about funding history. They want to know, have anybody given to you? That's where I said, don't overlook the funders that give out $100 or maybe 500 or 1,000. You want to create what is called a funding history. It makes it easier to get funded when a funder know that someone has funded you. It's kind of like graduating from high school or college. You go, you fill out an application. They want to know, have you worked somewhere? Do you have experience? That's all they saying. In this case, they want to know, have someone supported you? And they want the name, and many times they want the dollar amount. So they would give you equivalent, less, or a little more. Now, on your application, there's a section. Oh, before I move any further, I forgot to mention that funders are now asking for your driver license. You need to make a copy of the front and the back of your driver license, scan it, and upload it in the area where they tell you to upload document. Okay, moving forward. Now, there are funders that want to know, what do you plan to do with the requested funds? You could say operational support. I need support to keep my doors open. Or startup. I need money to get jumpstart, to get a business started. Or expansion. Or I want to add new services. It's up to you. They want to know who the contact person is for this grant. They want to know, how has COVID affected, okay, your for-profit or nonprofit. Okay, in this case, in this workshop, we're talking about for-profit. How has COVID affected your for-profit? Perfect example. COVID have infected some people. In my case, I'll give myself an example. I have a home based business that's located in a residential commercial building. Well, when the governor was telling people to stay home, a restriction came on our building. The only people that could come past the threshold had to be essential workers or healthcare professional or medical professional. Other than that, so that stopped clients from meeting with me, because I used to schedule people, and there was a room that I used in the building to meet with people. So that went out the door. That affected my business. So how has COVID affected your business? Okay. And what way has it affected your business? Okay, this is an example of a micro grant. So you can blow it up. Let me see. Let me see if I can zoom it up so you can see it better. There you go. See business info, business name, business address. Each funder, they have different formats. All you do is answer them. Here you see city. Okay. Let's go to the next one. All right. Okay, let me see. Can I bring this up some? I'm gonna bring it up a little more. Okay. Look, this is the second page. This was a 2-page grant, everybody. Okay, asking for the state, zip code, blah, blah, blah. Here, does your business require a permit or license? Yes or no? Uh, some of these grant formats are simply yes or no. If yes, attach here. So this is an actual grant that I did for my business that was funded. Here, business license. I uploaded the business license. What was your average monthly revenue in 2019? Okay, COVID was just coming in, that affected. Okay, let me see. I think, let me see. Okay, now here it was asking for my average monthly revenue. They're going to ask about your revenue, either this way or they'll give a menu and some numbers. Less than 5,000 or 5,000 to 10,000 or 20 plus. Okay. So what was your revenue last month? Okay. Please provide a description of your business. Okay. They want to know what you do. Or they'll give a menu and you select professional services, transportation, or hospitality, or hotel, so on and so forth. You select. Okay. All right, here, look, requested amount. Now, see, I only asked for 225. I was asking for this amount to pay for the MBE WBE license. Okay. Oh, no, this is another grant. I'm sorry. Okay, this is another grant that was a micro grant for a nonprofit. I just want you to see, look, they have you select your category, okay, what you plan to do with the funding. This is a Ross grant, okay. This grant was funded, okay. All you do is answer the questions. That's all you do. Now, let me return to normal. All right. Now, some of the document that is requested for uploading is the proof of your business structure. Okay. That's your registration, whether it's with the city, the county, or the state. Proof of a business license. Bank statement. Bank account. Bank routing number. Government identification. Driver license or state ID. Okay. Now, some funders, especially if you ask them for over 25,000, they want the current tax refund. They want tax refund from the previous year. Um, they want the past year one bank statement, let's say from 2020, and then a bank statement in 2021. Now, on those grants, they ask questions like, are you a veteran? Are you disabled? Are you a minority? Your gender status. Are you male or female? What do you identify? Uh, LGBTQ. How do you plan to help the community? Now, even though you are a business and you're seeking to make profits, the trend now is funders that are issuing grants for businesses. They are looking for you to give back to the community. And what a lot of businesses have been doing now, they have been making donations to food pantry. They have been offering pro bono services, free classes. So you have to explain how you are going to give back to the community, which are consumers that support your businesses. Okay. Now, that's the end of the workshop. Here are some resources. If you're going to have an email, in case you don't have an email, I suggest you use Gmail. You must have a bank account from a financial institution. You could check out a credit union or the bank. If you do not have a website, d2wic.com, Vistaprint. You can contact them. They have affordable website and they have technical support. Social media, I suggest very strongly that you do Facebook and LinkedIn. Grant application. Here are some for-profit grant app. Now, if you go to these sites and the grant is closed, know that grants come back around. They have cycles, so don't lose heart. To get you started are some suggestions. Comcast Rise, I received a marketing grant in which I received 2 computers and a tablet. Famous Amos, LegalZoom, and then grants.gov. Then there are sites that you could go to: GrantStation, Forefront, Urban Awareness, Chronicle of Philosophy, Philosophy Today, City of Chicago. Whatever city you in, you can check your city website to see if they have grant application opportunity. Your state, your county, okay? Tracy V. Allen Consulting. You can go to the website. She lists grants. Hello Alice. You can go to the website. Grants are listed on Hello Alice for profit. All of these are for profit. She Boss lists grant for both for profit and nonprofit. Okay, once again, I'm Dr. Eurydice Moore. My business is Eurydice, which is an MBE, WBE certified consulting firm, and I am available for grant writing or grant technical support. And here is my contact information. You can contact me through my email. I also have a book that if you are a for-profit or a nonprofit, that would be beneficial to you. And that is developing resources for your organization or your business. Here is my contact information. my email, my phone number, my website, my Facebook page. Um, we are a minority-owned business enterprise and a women-owned business enterprise. We are a certified consulting firm, and the copyright on this is October 2020. If you would like to share, uh, this information, you need to contact me. My disclosure is that the information shared is for educational purposes and informational purpose. Seek counsel where applicable. Example, in business structure. If you want more information about business structure, you need to contact an attorney. Okay, so um, this presentation cannot be copied or distributed without the express written permission of Eurydice or management team. Thank you. I want to thank you for clicking on this course and learning about grant application for a for-profit. I know that you are used to 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours workshop, but that is not the case with me. I believe in keeping it short, sweet, and to the point. I have taught many people through the years, and they have all said that they were grateful and thankful that I have the ability to simplify things. I don't believe it take all day to get something done. I have shared the information, and if you have questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you once again for taking this workshop.